All right. So today on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. Her first time on NewbieVeT, Deja Cooper.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. So how's everything going?
Everything is good. Motion is picking up.
Right.
Feeling blessed. Feeling great.
We're doing this on the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right. We don't care.
And we're not even watching it.
Exactly.
Woo.
So let's dive into it. So let's, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you originally from and stuff like that.
Okay, so of course y'all know my name. My name is Deja Cooper. I'm from North Augusta, South Carolina. I say around the age of maybe 12. That's when I moved to Augusta. But even then, I was back and forth from Augusta to Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just like across the water type of thing. That's pretty much it.
Okay, across the water. Okay, so you basically back and forth to Augusta, because you come shopping in Augusta sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all ain't got no good clothes down there in North Augusta to
No.
shop at? Y'all got a couple of nice little spots down there?
What?
I don't know, off top, but...
They got a City Trends or East Fashion Metro. We ain't got no malls.
Yeah,
We ain't got
no mall.
nothing. We got to come to Augusta to go to the mall.
Right. Okay. So you went to school in Augusta?
Yeah.
Later on, but you was going to school in North Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how was it going to school in North Augusta?
North Augusta was smooth.
Okay.
Very suburban compared to coming to Augusta.
Because you wouldn't know where to really go. If you don't know nobody in North Augusta, you would think it's just dead. Like it's small because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Besides a bunch of restaurants, shopping plazas, stuff like that. But far as like where everybody be at, where all the fun spots at, if you don't know nobody, you wouldn't know. So what you do to have fun down there growing up?
I'm not going to lie. Growing up, it was really like inside the house. We was outside, playing basketball, walking the neighborhood, playing with the kids in the neighborhood. But other than that, I would say maybe on the weekends we'll come to Augusta, go to the skating ring. But other than that, it's just outside.
Outside?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you mostly grew outside playing and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. You missed that a little bit?
Yes.
What you miss about it?
Just first of all, I miss being able to be outside and feeling safe. Like these days, oh no.
So what's the difference from back then to now?
Back then it was more people outside. Like you couldn't come in the neighborhood and not see nobody like in the house for it. Everybody was outside playing basketball. We racing down the street. Now it's not like that. Now it's like you can't go nowhere.
Nowhere.
It's not safe nowhere. You can't even go to the church.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a lot that's different from back then to now.
Right. So how you think, from your opinion, where you think that change come from? Like, far as like why you think time has changed dramatically from that type of growing up to what it is now?
Oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I would have to say, I don't want to say parenting because it's not really parenting.
Okay.
But in a way, it's parenting, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because I feel like the new generation parents, we nothing like our parents and our grandparents.
Why you say that?
Okay, so there's no shade to nobody. Like, what you do with your kids, what you do with your kids.
Right.
But nowadays, you got parents that let their kids cuss, they let their kids fight, they let their kids do anything that they want to do. And they grow up thinking that's okay. Until they become adults, and now they out here, gang banging. They doing this, they doing that.
Right.
And my parents and my grandparents, they ain't play that.
Right.
Built ass.
Right.
So it's a lot that's different.
Right. And like you said, the grandmothers are not, the great grandmothers, 40s now, in their 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
They're not really the old, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the late 30s now, but yeah, times has changed.
A lot.
So, do you miss going to school at all? Like of course you've been out of school for some years now, but do you kind of miss those days?
No.
No?
I mean, I say no because I'm still in school. I'm in college. But even with me being in college, I'd be like, this is like high school. Like, I don't like it.
It's all over.
Yes.
People don't understand college is just like high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whew.
Just like high school. It's crazy. You got your in crowds, your out crowds, popular crowds.
Yes.
So the whole
the cliques, and it's like we too old for this, you know. So yeah.
Some people can't get out of that school mentality. Like they were popular in school, and then once school is over, they're not that no more.
Look, and they try to get back there.
Live off that. You know what I'm saying? And so, exactly, there's a lot of those around. A whole lot of those around.
I be peeping.
Right. So graduation day, what was it like for you when you finally graduated? And because you're in college now, so what made you decide to get into wanting to go to college first?
Okay, so out of high school, when I graduated high school, I was pregnant. I was carrying my oldest son, Aiden. Okay. And before I got pregnant, I already had my life planned out. Like
this was in high school?
Yes.
Are you scared? You were scared? Like first time mom?
Yeah, I was scared. I was a little disappointed because I had my life planned out. Like I wanted to go to the military and and you know.
And boom.
You carry that baby, you know, but I already knew I wanted to further my education.
Right.
So once I had my son, I literally went back to school. So after that, I think I took a little break, but then I was like, nah, I didn't want to stop. So I actually transferred from a technical college to, college, a graduate college that I'm at now. So.
Okay. So what's the difference between the two colleges? What made you want to?
Okay, so what? I went to Acatech. Okay. Acatech, it didn't give me that full college experience. So now I go to Paine College, which is a HBCU. And I always knew, like in high school, I was a dancing girl. So I always knew I kind of still wanted to do that. So I went to Paine because Paine offered, the dance, to be a majorette. Right. So I went to Paine to get the HBU experience and to still, further my education and to learn more about, the Black history.
Right. So how your experience with Paine?
You be lying to the truth.
Hey, behave.
Okay, so.
It's your truth.
Don't get me wrong. I love the school. I love some of my teachers. But the school could be a little unorganized sometimes. Okay. I done been through some trials in that school, as far as I feel like, how people would judge you before knowing you. For example, I got a tattoo on my face, and they wouldn't let me run for a certain position because of my image on social media. Right. And it's like, okay, let's take away from the fact that she got a high GPA, she don't get in no trouble. We just gonna look at her social media and judge her off of her music.
Off of music.
Yes. Right. So a lot of things I wanted to do, I couldn't do because of my image on social media.
So you think by when that happens, because there's a lot of females that be in the medical field, psychological field, different fields like that, and they also do their career, their passion, which is their music.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a lot of those women kind of slow down, or they don't go as hard on their music because of their job, the hassle of the jobs or the schools sometimes, because they feel like, well, I don't want to hurt my chances of this. Yeah. So I'm just gonna not do this so hard. And stuff like that. You feel like that happens to a lot of women?
Yes. Okay. I can see how that would clash.
Right.
Because it's like, say for example, if you're a rapper, a female, a rapper like me or whatever. Right. It's like you got this image, you got to keep up an image, the sex appeal, this, that, right. The third. And then when you have your career, as far as going to school, you don't have to focus on that, but you have how people will perceive you off of that. So if you want to become a doctor and at the same time pursue music, it's like, damn, they going to look at this and they going to try to make an image of me off of what they seeing. So it's like, it be a lot of conflict. I go through that a lot too, though.
Right. Yeah. So it'd be tough a lot. It'd be tough. Right, you make it through it though. You about to graduate.
I get to a point I be like, fuck them.
Right.
Like they don't pay my bills.
You about to graduate, so
Yeah. It's almost over with.
Yeah. So I know you're ready for that day.
Yes.
You're excited.
Yes.
You already got your plans already mapped out. Almost. Congratulations though.
Thank you.
How long it took you?
I started going to school in 2018. So in 2015 now, I took a year off. So about 4 years. 4 years. Yeah.
No, that was some tough years. Just the work, just dealing with work,
Work,
life,
kids, music.
life.
Yes,
Right.
it's a lot.
Right. Cause y'all got like time schedules and deadlines to have stuff, right?
Yes, and me, I'm a full-time student, so I go to school every day. And that's, then gotta pick your kids up every day. So it's a lot.
It's a lot. Oh, yeah. So how you juggle all that? Like, make time for all that?
I don't know. I just do it.
Right.
Like some days I get up and I don't even know what day it is. I just get up and go.
Right, 'cause you got 2 boys, right?
Yes.
2 boys.
Two
Okay.
boys.
So your second boy came before college or a little bit in college?
While I was in college, 2022.
Another boom.
Yes. That's it. I had to take a year off.
That's what the year.
Yes. Then I came back like, I'm ready to go.
So did it kind of deter you away a little bit, kind of made you depressed a little bit, or it gave you a little bit of strength, like, okay, I got to work harder?
It's
I got
like
2 boys.
I didn't want to take that break, but I knew I needed to because me, I'm one of them people that's like, I feel like I could do it all.
Right.
And then when I hit a wall, it's like, So it's like I had to be realistic and actually plan it out again, then do it.
Right.
Instead of just jumping into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. So, Deja Cooper, so the musician.
Yes.
So, you've been doing this music since you've been a kid. Forever.
Yes.
So, what was your influences on, like, what got you into doing music?
Okay, so, story time. Okay, so, I was already writing music as a little girl. Like, it used to be me, my sister, my cousin. We used to always be in the house or outside, like coming up with dance routines or writing music, like a group. So, I say the age of 14, I had met this guy, and he did music. And we became like the best of friends, and I guess watching him and his lifestyle, it inspired me. And he was staying in Atlanta and I was staying in Augusta at that time.
Okay.
So when he went back home, it was one of those things, it was like, damn, how can I see this person again? I ain't gonna lie, Yeah. So I was on YouTube listening to beats, and a beat had came up and the words instantly came to my head, and I ended up writing a song about him. So when I wrote that song, me not thinking like when I put it out, it was gonna do anything.
Right.
Ended up being on the radio. So
Damn.
at the age of 14, I got my way in from there. So song got on the radio, I started doing shows. I'm in alter egos at a young age.
How old were you?
14.
An alter ego?
Yeah.
Wow. How the hell you wound up getting there?
See, my mom, she was like my manager. She was my manager.
Okay.
And when you got a nice looking mama, she go, the mid, that's your mama, all right. But it was like a lot of teen shows like they was doing.
Right.
But it went from that to, I was able to open up for 2 Chainz at 15. I think I was 15 at that point. At 15, opened up for 2 Chainz for one of his tours. And it just went from there.
Just on it. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So that's good that you had that experience young. And, so now you can't say like, you just jumping in the game. You've been in the game.
Yeah.
You just been taking
breaks.
in and out breaks.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Breaks. You feel like that's like one of your flaws as far as like, as an artist with things that you might have to work on, the breaks?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Okay.
That's something I've been working on. I would say from last year to now, this is the most consistent I've ever been.
For real?
Yes. I won't say ever. Like, as a child, I was always like this.
Right.
But, after having kids, it would be like, okay, I'm doing it and break. But now it's like, I haven't stopped. I don't feel the need to stop. It's like I can't stop.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about collaborations with other artists, like far as with working with other artists? Like, how do you feel like the yin and the yang of that?
I'm 100% for collaborations.
Thanks.
I'm for it. I feel like collaborating, it has its pros and its cons. Yeah.
What's the pros and cons?
Okay, so the pros would be like, okay, you're able to expand. You're able to, collab with another person, and they fan base listen to your music, your fan base listening to them. You networking more. Yeah, that's basically two big, the biggest, pros. But the cons, it's like the attitudes, the egos. It's a lot.
Yeah. That's the only thing I be saying, like, about collaborating. Other artists collaborate with other artists. Like, you want to find your match. Like, you want to find your opposite in a way, because, like, it's most opposite normally match.
Mm-hmm.
Majority opposites normally match. Even relationships, you normally get your opposite.
Yeah.
You know, you try to find someone that's just like you, but you always get the opposite one.
Okay.
It always be like that. So far as with, I feel like even with that situation, it has to be an opposite for that thing to
work.
To work. You know what I'm saying? My opinion on that. So, Belt to Ass, new project, that you just dropped. Belt to Ass is one of the tracks on that.
Yes.
Right. So you excited about that?
I am.
How long it took you to work on that?
So the song or the project?
The whole project.
Okay, so the whole project, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think I did that project in about 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days?
Like, as far as writing the songs,
right.
2 or 3 days.
You was on it.
I couldn't stop.
You were on it.
I couldn't stop.
You was on it. Okay. How long it normally take you to write? You said 2 or 3 days, but how long it normally take you to write a song?
So if I'm listening to a beat and the words instantly come to me, about an hour. Now, if it's one of them things where it's like, what I'm gonna say, I'ma work on it and I'm gonna take a break, because I don't like to be overstimulated. Like,
right.
what I'm gonna say. So I like to give myself a little break. So then I'll probably come back to it the next day and then finish it.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, Tournament of Power. I seen you was on there with a shout out my boy Stendo.
Yes.
How was that experience?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was different for me, but I loved it.
Right.
It was different because I'm so used to private sessions. Like, you know, when I record, I'm not used to having people in there. I'm not used to letting people hear me. So when I first went, I was nervous. Like, I felt myself shaking. And it's like, Deja, calm down.
Right.
I think it's like social anxiety a little bit. But once I kind of like warmed up to everybody, it was like, okay, this nothing. I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many was like, what, 7, 8 women? Something like that?
Me, Cammy, I think it was 5. 5. I think 2 didn't show. Yeah.
5. Okay. Yeah, that's real dope. I like how Augusta is, trying to come up with different contents, and you got everybody still got their little cliques and crews, but everybody's being creative and they trying to do some content and work well.
And it's showing that people can come together.
Exactly.
I'm with that.
Exactly. I'm all for everybody's coming together.
Yes.
My only against that is when I feel like, going back with a few interviews with me and Taz. Shout out to Taz.
Shout out to Taz. I watched the interview.
Yeah, that's my girl. So, basically what I was explaining was, like, I'm not saying that I'm totally against artists working with artists. Like, I want artists the same way I want actors and stuff to work with each other.
Yeah.
I feel like there has to be a limit. It has to be a boundary. Like, don't bring your personal life into it.
Facts. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because, for one, you don't know these people. You're trying to create a connection. Create a connection doesn't necessarily mean they got to know your personal business.
Yeah.
And then when you two don't click right, and now you got an enemy that knows your personal business, now they can spread your business and creates other things. You know what I'm saying? So, just from me, I've been doing music since I've been little, 7, 8 years old, and just been producing since I've been 12. And just dealing with different artists and just seeing different cliques come together, and I see them destroyed.
Yeah.
Off the same thing. I see people collaborate and have good relationships, and then boom. I've been doing interviews since 2017 on NewbieVeT, and I can tell you how many artists from Augusta alone that had clicked up and not cool no more. You can go back and watch all the interviews, and it's crazy. Because it's like, you got to think, I feel like I said, because we're artists. Mm-hmm. If you're going to have a business venture with another artist, make sure that it's both considerate. I mean, both of y'all agree to terms of what you're going to be working with and put it on paper. A lot of relationships don't be good because a lot of relationships don't be on paper. And then a lot of people, they hang out personal-wise, and then boom. You know what I'm saying?
Everything done fell apart.
Everything done fell apart. Some people just be around you just to monitor what your lifestyle is, just see what you're doing, and then fall out. So now they, oh yeah, she do this.
They got a name for that.
She do that.
Monitoring spirits. That's what they call it.
Right. And I'm not saying everybody's not like that. Of course, you never not have your walls down for everybody. You know, that's all I'm saying. Don't have your walls down for everybody.
I peep it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just peep the room. Peep the vibes. Know who to operate and work with. Because even like with you, the bigger you get, you're going to get into bigger rooms. You're going to have a lot of sharks in the industry. You're going to have a lot of them like, oh, that's Deja. She's nice looking. Oh, she got music. She can rap. She this and this and that. And they can talk that slick talk to you.
Come here, little mama, let me talk to you.
You know what I'm saying? So, which I'm pretty sure you've probably been reached out by a few people that have been wanting to work with you.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. Now, how do you filter out the ones that you want to work with and the ones that you turn down?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like after a while, they end up exposing themselves. Like, people be, it be about work, and then, me, I kind of play dumb. But I be peeping it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, I want to work with you. And then if you ain't, I guess, feeding into what they looking for, it's just going to flop. And then automatically I'm like, okay, I already peeped that. Or I already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But if it's real, it's going to be long term. Like you ain't going, it ain't going to be no switch up in it.
Right.
So that's just how I be peeping.
That's facts. That's facts. So, what are your goals as far as like collaborating? Like, who some artists, some local mainstream artists that on your wish list for collaborating with musically?
Okay, so wish list locally. So I have worked. Well, I did Cammy. She just ain't dropped a song yet.
Shout out to Cammy.
Till her drop that song. Cammy, Taz, we got something in the works.
Shout out Taz.
Yes, Shay.
Shout out Shay.
Flip.
Shout out Flip.
Wait for him to send it back, Who else? Kayla.
Shout out Kayla. I ain't heard from my girl Kayla in a minute.
Yeah, I just seen her perform at Truth.
Oh, she just performed?
She did a big one.
Okay. Last time I talked to her, I was we supposed to do the Only Four, and Storm and some that's doing the Storm hit last year. You was affected by it, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Hit you hard?
I wouldn't say it hit hard, but it hit hard. Like, as far as house damages, it wasn't like really, really bad. Our house wasn't really affected, but as far as hitting hard as seeing your family go through certain things, that's where it hit.
Dang.
So.
How long y'all was down with like lights and all that? Y'all never wasn't out?
Oh, we was out the longest.
The longest?
I feel like the longest. Like everybody else.
I feel like I'm the longest.
Everybody else had power. We still didn't have power.
So I feel like we was the longest.
Yes. Like, I had to go stay with my mama because our power ain't came back on. Then we had to get a hotel because our power still went on. So everybody else had power. Our neighborhood was just dramatic. We ain't had shit.
Come on, we was dramatic.
Yes. We ain't had shit.
I know you was happy when them lights came on.
What?
Oh, Lord. How long took the internet?
When the power came back on, the internet came back on.
Oh, so y'all never was down on internet?
No, yeah, we was. But it was like, when the power went off, that's when the internet started working. But when the power came back on, the internet was back working. So I don't know what that was.
Yeah, we had to wait 2 weeks after the lights came. Well, about 2 weeks the internet come on, when the lights came on.
Oh, damn. See, thank you. We ain't go through that now. No.
So you remember do you remember the crash we had, the internet crash? Not the TikTok one. The recently we just had a TikTok one. Recently.
The internet crash.
You remember that we was down on it for the internet. Like, we couldn't get on the internet. I think it was like sometimes last year.
Couldn't get on the internet.
Nobody couldn't get on social media or the internet for like 48 hours or something like that.
I don't remember that.
You remember that? It was like sometime last year, but we had the recent one that was the TikTok one. Did it shut down or did it not shut down?
What, for TikTok?
Yeah.
So they did shut it down, but they have it back up now.
So it's back up?
Yes, but you just can't. It's not in the App Store.
So what makes you want to take that study as far as when you went to school? What made you want to take that course?
So when I first started college, I was taking biology because I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
But then the more I was taking, I was like, nah, this ain't for me. So then I got into criminology. So with criminology, I think I actually switched when all that George Floyd stuff started happening. And I had to realize, I was like, dang, it's a lot I don't really know about the law. And I'm like, I'm raising 2 black boys. I need to be able to, know what I'm doing and know if something was to happen, have the information that I need. So that's when I switched my major from biology to criminology so I can be up on game. Right. So that is, I don't know, my friends always say I'm like a private detective, so I was like, okay, I might as well do something with this.
Do your little.
You said he got a baby mom. You want to find a page? I got you.
They come to you for the information.
Mm-hmm. I got you, girl.
So you know how to crack emails and everything.
I ain't got that yet though.
Do that, but you a beast.
Look.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, but you enjoy it though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. So you said a doctor though, winding back, you said a doctor at first.
Yes.
Which kind of doctor? Just a regular doctor? Like a full like
I wanted to help with labor. Labor and delivery. Okay. But I didn't know which one I wanted to do yet. You got the with helping with ultrasounds or just labor and delivery period. So right. I didn't really know. And then I know after that, like after you finish that course, you have to go to school again and again. It's like, I ain't trying to do all that.
Yeah, that's a lot of schooling.
You look, a lot of student loans and I just take it away.
You're like, good God, I ain't gonna never get out of debt dealing with y'all.
And school is just whew.
Yeah, like I tell everybody, like if you're going to college or going to school for anything, make sure it's something that you're going to make a career out of, because you're going in debt initially up top. Like college means you're going initially into debt unless you got a free ride paid off or something. But for the most part, if you ain't got a scholarship or whatever. You're going in debt.
You owe that money.
You owe that money, regardless of what. And they're going to get it. They're going to get it. Then it goes on your credit. Ooh. Which makes it hard to hit you later on in life if you try to ignore it because you can't get a house, car, and all that other stuff because you got these student loans on your credit, which is terrible. Ooh. Which is terrible. Don't you wish they could just get rid of the student loans?
At this point. See, Biden was supposed to do that, but I don't know what happened.
Biden went to sleep.
Some people say they got theirs erased, but mine's still there. So, what happened, Biden? If you see this, what happened, Biden?
I know you be happy.
Take it off.
Take it all off.
Because Paine is considered a private college, so tuition is higher than a public college.
Right.
Killing me.
Being a single mother.
Yes.
Pretty tough raising 2 boys.
Yes.
Because it's, the older they get, the more they're going to be into like activities as far as like sports or music or whatever they want to get into. But as far as your perspective, what do you see them in the next 10 years as far as like what's you hoping that they lead into?
See, my kids are characters.
Okay.
So what's so crazy to me, it's not really crazy. It's like, well, they will literally, I guess they see me at home writing all the time. Now they will literally get their phones, go to YouTube, find beats, and they be in their room freestyling. They will literally sit their phones up, like video record themselves just freestyling. So you got that, and then Legend, which is my youngest son, I swear I feel like he's gonna be an actor because the kid is hilarious. Like, he one of them kids that got like an old soul. So he might be an old person. Like, where you done been here before?
Right.
So, I don't know. I really feel like somewhere in the entertainment, even though I be trying to tell them, be a doctor, this or that, I feel like they're going to be like me where it's like you can't pinpoint them to one thing. Yeah, because they want to do everything. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's facts. Yeah, like I tell a lot of people, man, like, exploring all your talents.
Yes.
But make sure you focus on one main one to take care of all the other ones.
Yes.
You gotta have one main that you focus on, cause it's good to do everything, but you gotta at least have one main one that can pay for you to do all
Yeah,
your
I
other
agree.
talents and skills and stuff like that. So yeah, man. So what are your goals as far as when it comes to music? On the music side, what is your biggest goal for where you trying to take your career with that?
So my goal with music is really to, y'all don't come at me, but I really want to take the independent route. Like, I pray that I just blow up and I make this money by myself to the point where it's like I don't have to sign no deal.
Right.
And I'm just independent. And then from there I can start my own label and
And do your thing.
yeah, selling out arenas but I really want to take the independent route.
Right. At least you got your head on straight and you know that you learning the business side.
Yeah.
Because I tell a lot of people, everybody be trying to run to get a record deal, but I'm like, the record deal is another, you getting in debt.
Yeah, because you got to pay them folks right back.
You got to pay them back. And then if you don't produce, which you're not guaranteed to have these days, the way music is now, everybody's not, your biggest stars is not even selling big records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not that many people having good record sales, because a lot of people are not really tuned into the music like that no more. If it's not on a TikTok reel or...
It ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But then now you're going to have a bunch of rappers just making songs just for TikTok.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a little... Sometimes, cause like I said, I've been doing music for so long. So back when I was doing music when I was younger, that was back when we had to burn CDs. We used to go out, to the mall and sell our CDs. I'm not gonna lie, I miss those days.
Yeah.
Cause that's when it was like real music for real.
Right.
Like, you actually had to have that talent, actually had to have that drive to actually be out there for real.
Yeah, you actually had to know how to talk to people.
Yes.
Be a people person, and that separates people that really, because these days now, the internet, you can hide behind it. So it's like you can drop music, never show your face.
Facts. And
people could just buy the music, but back then you had to go out and sell your CD and, hey, my name is this my new music. Yeah. Well, blah, blah, blah. Got some people that couldn't afford the cover, so they had a little marker.
Look, right on there.
Right on it.
This part one.
Part one, my number there. Like, for real.
No, seriously.
Like, seriously. But that makes you appreciate everything,
Yes.
The come up and stuff like that. But, yeah. Yeah. So, before we slide off on NewbieVeT, how can they get in contact with you? And is there any love you'd like to shout out?
You can find me on every social media at the Deja Cooper. That's TheDejaCooper. The Deja Cooper. That's on all social medias. And showing love, definitely want to show love to the CTC. Yeah. Period. To my mom, my family. Can I? Let me elaborate on that. To my close family, because I don't mess with all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say too much, but y'all know. To my close family.
Don't they be bad sometimes? It's just terrible. I'm sorry.
We should have spoke on that, but we
look. We can. Let's speak on that. Let's do it.
Let's speak on that. I'm not gonna lie. It was last year, 2023. I lost my dad. We're gonna make it short. I fell out with certain folks in my family.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I fell out with certain people in my family. And it was really more of like, and it's older people.
You made a post last year about that. I remember that. You was going off. I think right after your pops had passed away.
Them folks.
You made a live.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
I remember it.
I just feel like I'm making sure. I feel like when it comes to money will separate your family.
That's fair.
They say blood is thicker than water, but baby, I just, I can't agree. I feel like, for example, when it came to the music thing, it was a little shade being thrown, from an older man in my family. And it's like, oh, she thinks she's better than everybody because she's doing music, da, da, da. I just don't like stuff like that, because I feel like, damn, I'm one of them people that's like, when I make it, I'm never the type to be like, fuck my family. I'm the type like, y'all need something, I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
But it just kind of broke my heart to see how people really felt about me. Because it's like, damn, I would have gave you the shirt off my back. But I'm glad that God allowed me to go through the things that I went through and showed me people's true colors before I did blow up. Because I feel like God knew if I blew up right then and there, before I see people's true colors, I would have just been giving away. Not knowing I'm feeding the snake that's trying to bite me. You know, so I'm glad I went through those things and seeing people's true colors so that now I know how to move with you. I know to cut my ties with you. Because back then, I would have just been giving. So I had to learn that lesson. But for my family that's been rocking with me and that's been there for me, I love y'all and I got y'all. Y'all know that. So, yeah.